What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Well, I've done gone and did it. I done knocked a hole through my wall. So we will continue on with this update of the HO scale layout above the garage. Let's take a look. I still have to do legs for that section there, but I want to come down this wall now and on to the steps. But like I said before, I'm going to have to go through that little wall, above the steps and down. But I'm noticing an issue. I have checked my floor in several locations. Make sure it's level this way and level this way. And I don't know why I'm not getting the same measurements. That might be 36 1/4 to the top. That might be 36. This might be like 35 3/4. So on. So if you just check measurements in various locations across the layout, I'm getting different heights. Because I tried to do the exact same measurement of like 36 1/2, because it'll have plywood and things on top of that, build it up even higher. But if I do the same measurement across the level areas, I start getting inclines and declines. Nothing's level. You can see it right here. I started in that corner, if you've seen in the very first video, and I did my measurements. And I did a level line all the way across. And then I did the level between these two. But as you got down to here, and I checked the floor is level. If you get down to here, you can see my line that I drew before I started. It's a good 1/2 inch above this piece. You can see that is level. But if I would have went up to this line here, starting back there, I'd lose the level. So everything is level. Once you start to come down this wall, I started to get a decline with the measurement. So I had to bring this up to make it level. So yeah, I'm just going to keep the level and not worry about the measurement, because if you come all the way down here, level. Across this wall, level. But the measurement is shorter than up there. So when I punch through that wall, I don't know if I'm going to have a slight grade down to this table. I really don't want to punch through that wall until this table's up and I can see what's going on here. So I think I'm just going to continue here, basing the level off this, and see if my measurement comes with where I think the line should be right here. So I'll get after it and see what happens. Well, now I've done gone and done it. I went ahead and cut a hole, and it's not the right size, it's just a test hole, just to see where things are going to pan out. Here's the other side. Peekaboo. Well, now I can get measurements, see the level. It just started freaking me out that the difference that I'm coming across with the leveling. So I'll continue on. Well, I'm glad I did that because it eased my pain, because it pretty much came right out. So this will be the top of the board of the layout. It's level. And it came right out to where I had the line drawn for the rest of this wall. So I think I was just being paranoid, but yeah, now I know for sure that it won't be so bad. Makes me happy. Okay, back to this wall. I have got that section up. And I have checked, rechecked, double checked, triple checked the level on it. And this one is matching the line all the way across to there. So that's very important to me that that worked out really good, because that's going to be a lift up or lift out bridge. And as long as this continues to follow that line, it will match up to the hole in the wall for the tunnel portal across the steps. All right, let's move on to this section. This is going to be a smaller section here, and then I'm bumping it out a little bit. Let's get after it. So for this next section, I opted for a 2 by 4 foot section to go this way. So we'll get it on the wall and see what that looks like. Yeah, being that small, it went up pretty easy. I got a slight bobble in the wall again. It goes like that, and it kind of pulled that corner. I'll live with it. Let's see if you can see it. Just lightly. That's all right. Now I think I have enough lumber to come to the next section right around that blue tape area. It's a little over, I think it's like 6 feet. I'll have to measure it again. But let's get to working on that. I got lucky. I had just enough 1x4s to build this section out. So I'll get it put together and then I'll explain why I had just enough, because I still got to go that way. Let's get this put together, get it up. Oh my. Look at that. Well, there's that section up. Now what I meant by just enough lumber is I had just enough 1x4s to complete the main section in a way. But I'm going to switch down to 1x3s on this section because I don't want to give up too much headspace on the steps. So the base of the wood, as you can see, is a line. The 1x4 will go below that. So, I mean, it looks bigger on camera than what it really is, but yeah, 1x4 will go below that. So I want a 1x3, so not to give up a head knocker there. There you go. Come right up the steps. I've got plenty of room to walk through. So what I need to do next is I'm going to have to go to the store. I need some 1x4s to complete legs that I need. And I also have to figure out how many 1x3s I'm going to need to buy for this section. So a couple more 1x3s, 1x4s for legs. And this has pretty much followed that line level. So good to go. All right, that's going to conclude it for this video. Until I get back to the lumber store, let's take a look at the other angle. One quick shot around the room. I can't believe most of the bench work is complete. And how far along I've come. This is too cool. All right, stay tuned for the next update. I get above the steps and the whole square of the layout, excluding the lift out for this door, will be complete. Well, there you go. Definitely getting more exciting. I say that every update video, but wow. It's once you get another section, it's just like, holy smokes, this is really happening. And it's turning out very great. And like I said, I don't really have a plan. I just have something in my head, hoping it works out at the end from the way I'm building things. We will continue on with this. Like I said, I got to do 1x3s above the steps because the head clearance on that one step is right there to begin with. So tall people probably hit their head without the train layout. But I only have one little shout out real quick. Take a look. Well, that was Dexter, and we just call him Dex, and he's a great supporter of my channel. He's a good friend as well, and he doesn't have a channel to go to, so I can't pinpoint you to go check him out. But Dex supports the channel in many ways. One is buying me a coffee, and that goes a long way for buying maybe the 1x3s for the next go round. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. I know it was a little longer than previous ones, but I was showing you some of my trials and tribulations with the leveling and the measurements. I don't understand what's going on there because I measure floor to ceiling and everything's the same. But it's more important that it's level because you don't want all these little roller coaster bobs going on. All right, enough talky talk. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one. Till then, like, share, subscribe. Don't cost nothing. Hit that button. Pappy out.